Welcome back, Warriors, to another episode of Warrior Gains. Last week we talked about the variety of squats that you should input into your workout. And today we're going to be showing you a variety of bench presses that we're going to show you in order to improve your upper body strength. Now we will hand it over to Mark and Ryan in order to show us how to improve our upper body strength with different types of bench presses.
We're going to be talking about 4 different kinds of presses today. They are the flat press, the incline press, and the dumbbell variation for both of those presses. So the flat bench is the traditional bench, and it is the most popular and most prominently used type of a press. This is because it works out all of your muscles in a balanced way that is very safe, especially if you have somebody spotting you. The disadvantages of this type of press is that it's a very repetitive motion, and if you do this like day after day, then you're going to end up plateauing because you're not adding enough variety into your pressing. This is the flat press, also known as the bench press, and this is the most traditional press. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that the weight is doable unless you have somebody spotting you, because when you have somebody spotting you, they can help support weight that you normally could not do. And it's important that this person spotting you knows your abilities and knows your cues on when to support you. So it's important to have a good workout partner help spot you. When you're doing the press, your grip should most likely be shoulder width apart. But there are also different variations on the grip when you're flat pressing. You can have a wider grip, which works out your chest more, or you can have a more narrow grip, which works out your triceps more. When you press up, you want to make sure that you go down in a smooth and controlled motion, and you come up with the same type of motion, smooth and controlled. You just repeat this motion for all your reps and make sure that you're within your bounds of what you can do, because if you are not, you're going to end up injuring yourself, overexerting yourself, and end up injuring one of your shoulders. Alright, so the next bench that we're going to talk about is the incline press. This press works your upper muscles when you're pressing, and it's a little variation of the flat press. And this press is good to use when you're trying to add variation into your workout but still work out your chest muscles. Only disadvantages to this type of press is that they only work your upper muscles and your arms, and is that it's extremely difficult to do this by yourself because you really want someone to spot you when you're doing. Alright, so this is the incline press, and when you're inclining, it's important that you have a spotter. It's more important here than it is on the flat press because they're more likely to injure yourself because there's more strain on your shoulders on the incline press than it is on the flat press. So when you're inclining, the different grips have the same meaning. So the wider you are, the more works your chest, but here it only works the upper chest, and the more narrow you are, the more it works your arms, your triceps. So when you're inclining, it's important to have the person spotting you lift up the bar for you, because otherwise you're going to end up overexerting yourself on your shoulders and it's going to end up with an injury. After that, you can take this into your own hands and do the presses yourself. When you're pressing, the same rules apply when you are doing a flat press. You want to keep it slow and steady down and slow and steady up. Keep it all controlled and keep it under so that you're not injuring yourself. So when you're taking off and racking the weight, it's important to have your spotter help you, because otherwise you're going to end up injuring your shoulders and overexerting yourself. Another thing to keep in mind when you're doing the incline is that you should be doing a lighter weight on your incline than you are on your flat press, because when you're inclining, you're using more specific and fewer muscles than when you are doing a flat press, and it's more likely to injure yourself, especially in your shoulders, because this puts more strain on them than the flat press does. Alright, so the final type of press that we're going to talk about is the dumbbell variation for both the flat and the incline press. The dumbbell variation is very good because it not only works your arms individually, which works out your sense of balance, but your motion when you're traveling is also very different compared to your flat press. So this dumbbell variation not only works out your different muscles when you're pressing up, but it also works out your individual arms, and it's very beneficial when you're trying to add variation into your workout. Alright, so the dumbbell bench has two variations, which is the flat press and then the incline press. The flat press is basically like a flat press with the barbell, except over here you have to make sure that you can move these weights onto the ready position when you pull back onto the chair. So it's good to choose lighter weights unless you have somebody there to spot you and aid you. So here you want to press up and you want to keep it controlled the same way that you do a barbell press, except for this one you need to use your stabilizing muscles to make sure the dumbbells are balanced and you're not gonna fall out or anything, and especially because you can end up hurting your wrists or your elbows if you incorrectly press up and you're not stable enough. And then for the incline press, the only difference is that you pick up the bench itself, so it's set up like an incline, and then it's almost the exact same thing as dumbbell press, except it's a little more difficult, so it's recommended that you go to a lighter weight unless you have somebody spotting you, same thing. And here it's just like in a regular incline, except you can vary the angle at which your incline is so that you can work different groups of muscles when you are pressing.
This brings us to the end of another episode of Warrior Games. Today, we learned about variations of bench presses and how to improve your upper body strength, specifically your chest. We really hope you utilize these videos in order to help you become a stronger individual. Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, it all starts with you.